The American sedan is dead. That is what they told us. They told us the future was SUVs, crossovers, and silent electric bubbles. They told us the Impala was buried in the history books, a memory of a time when Detroit ruled the road. Well, look at this. Just look at it. Does this look dead to you? Because from where I am standing, the 2026 Chevrolet Impala didn't just come back to life. It kicked down the door of the afterlife, grabbed a V8, and came back to settle the score. This is New Car Insider. I'm Chevrolet Impala, and today we are looking at the car that the internet said was impossible, but the streets are begging for, the 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS. We are talking about a design that makes a Corvette look polite, a rumored powertrain that could save the combustion engine, and why this might be the most important car General Motors has built in 20 years. Let's start with the face of this thing. The image you sent is not a rental car. It is not the fleet vehicle you pick up at the airport. This is pure aggression. The front end is incredibly low, diving down into a shark nose that pays homage to the Corvette C8, but stretches it into something wider, more substantial. You see that massive grille? That is not for show. That is for breathing. It's flanked by these ultra-thin, laser-etched LED headlights that look like narrowed eyes staring down everything in the left lane. The hood is heavily sculpted with extraction vents. Again, a sign that there is something very hot and very angry living underneath it. This hyper-sedan aesthetic is a complete departure from the boxy, safe designs of the past. It looks like it's moving at 200 miles per hour while parked. It's a four-door supercar, plain and simple. But let's talk about what really matters. The heart. There are two major rumors fighting for dominance right now, and honestly, both of them are spectacular. Camp 1 says GM has one last surprise for the petrol heads, a 6.2-liter supercharged LT4 V8. We are talking about the engine from the Cadillac Blackwing dropped into a Chevy. Estimates are pushing 650 horsepower. Imagine a rear-wheel drive sedan with that wide stance, lighting up the rear tires with the roar of a supercharger whine. It would be the direct successor to the Chevy SS sedan we all miss, but on steroids. But then there is Camp 2, the future-proof rumor. This suggests the 2026 Impala rides on the Ultium platform, a fully electric dual-motor monster producing over 600 horsepower and instant torque that would snap your neck. With a range of 400 miles and a 0 to 60 time in the 3-second range, it would be the car to finally silence the Tesla Plaid. Personally, looking at those massive air intakes on the front of your image, my money is on combustion, or at least a high-performance hybrid that uses electricity to fill the gaps in the torque curve. Now step inside. If the exterior is a weapon, the interior is the command center. Leaks suggest a cabin that wraps around the driver like a fighter jet cockpit. Gone are the cheap plastics of the 2000s. We are expecting semi-aniline leather, real carbon fiber trim, and a massive 33-inch diagonal LED display that merges the gauge cluster and infotainment into one seamless curve. And because this is an Impala, it has to be spacious. It's a true 5-seater. You can take 3 friends, hit the highway, and cruise in absolute comfort, right until you drop the hammer and scare them to death. But here's the catch. Identity. For years, the Impala was a soft, comfortable cruiser. This is a track weapon. By transforming the Impala into a high-performance flagship, Chevy risks alienating the traditional buyer who just wants a smooth ride. And then there is the price. The old Impala was affordable. This 2026 Vision? It looks expensive. Rumors peg the base model starting around $45,000, but a fully loaded SS with that V8? You are easily looking at $80,000. It's moving out of the people's car territory and into the dream car territory. So here is the verdict for 2026. The 2026 Chevrolet Impala SS is not just a car, it's a statement. It's GM saying, "Wah, we aren't done yet." Whether it arrives as the last great V8 or the first great electric muscle sedan, it brings soul back to a segment that has felt empty for too long.